So today is 12-2 volume, and you have one vocab word, and that is prism. A prism is a three-dimensional shape. So if I had a rectangle and I drew it as a 3D shape, it's called a rectangular prism because it's a rectangle, but I made it 3D. So last week, you learned about the unit cube. So when we stacked all these unit cubes, and you had to figure out how many unit cubes there were. Okay, and you could just count them, right? And remember, there's some hidden back there. So if you count all these unit cubes up, you would have found there's 12. Well, what if you have a rectangular prism that doesn't show you the unit cubes inside? How would you find the volume? How would you find out how much space this shape takes up? Well, there's a formula for that. Volume equals the length times the width times the height. So 3 multiplication problems. Or a shortcut, which is volume equals the base times the height. So let's take a look at my shape here. I'm going to cut it so you can see inside. Alright, so if I look at my base, that's the bottom piece, just the bottom piece that's sitting on the ground. Okay, so that is the base of my prism. So to find the base, you would take the length and multiply it by the width. So this is 5 times 3. So you could do the long way, which is length 5 times 3, or you could just do 5 times 3, which is 15, and that's the base. Okay, and then we're going to multiply the base times the height. The height is 2 on here. So if you did the long way, it'd be 5 times 3 times 2. Or the shortcut, which is the base, which you already found out, 5 times 3, 15 times 2. Either way you do it, you're still going to end up with a total of 30. Because 5 times 3 times 2 equals 30. Length times width times height, or the base, and the base is just length and width, times the height. So number 1 on your homework, it says the base is 56 inches squared, and squared just means it's the base area that it takes up, the length times the width. So they already did half of the problem for you, and then they gave you the height, which is 6 inches. So we're just going to multiply the base times the height. And 6 times 6 is 36. Regroup the 3. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 more is 33. So the answer is 336, and our unit is inches. And then we're going to say cubed, because little cubes would fit, 336 inch cubes would fit inside this space. We always put a little 3 there. That means cube. Okay, you don't have to do any math with that 3. It just means cubed for volume. And that's it.